great question. Especially because I just saw something on Instagram, and I'm probably going to get it wrong. Someone posted that this really helps them, where they basically ask each other, did you see this? Do you want me to comfort you, or do you want me to fix it? Because I feel like we have naturally, over the years, I am in tune with who he is, and if he's moody, then I'm like, okay, not talking about schedule. We're not talking about like anything that requires any deep conversation or thought. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna wait until he's in a better mood and give him the space that he needs. And it's interesting that I just remembered this. So I have like a kind of like a little decorative suitcase that I have all of these cards and letters that I've saved from friends and family, but also from Ryan, from the kids, like more sentimental stuff. And I was just going through it, and I found a letter from Ryan that said something about, he was explaining to me, it was very early on in our relationship, he was explaining to me, whatever had happened the week before was like a hard week for us. I can't remember why, but it was just a hard week for us. And he's like, I'm really sorry. Sometimes I just need to be alone. I need my space. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I need to figure, whatever out. Maybe it was when the show started airing, and he's like, I know that you have done nothing wrong, but this is really difficult for me. And I love you, but I just need, time to figure things out and just figure out my own emotions. Not figure out us out, but figure out how to process and how to deal with this. And I feel like just naturally in a relationship, you kind of figure it out. You figure out when to engage, and we still do it. We still have to ask each other those questions, or he'll say, sorry, I feel like I'm babbling on this question, but he will say something to me like, okay, well, let's do it this, or can we do it differently, or can you do it differently, or whatever. I'm like, babe, I do not need to fix it. I just need to be heard and be seen, and for you to hold me and let me cry about it or vent about it, and then I'm done. Like, I can put it away. I can move on. So we constantly have to remind each other what we need in a relationship, even after 20 years together. I don't feel like I've ever felt pressure. I feel like we feel pressure from ourselves because we want our relationship to be successful. I want to be married for 72 years like my grandparents were. I love him. I love doing life with him. I love that he's my best friend, and I want that to continue. So I feel like the pressure just comes from internally. I don't feel like we've ever felt pressure to make it work because we had to for anybody besides ourselves. We were in Seattle, and it was our overnight date. And yes, we went to Seattle for our overnight date. So we were in Seattle, and I remember thinking, actually, sorry, take that back. Seattle was great, but it was on my other dates at that point in time when I couldn't stop thinking about him. I was on other dates with other guys, and I was like, when do I get to see Ryan next? So that's when I knew. It was at like four guys left. Oh gosh. My gosh, now I'm like, oh gosh, I need to get back on that. I was trying to plan something. Like Blakesley was like, we should go somewhere and do something. Because when we celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary, we did a vow renewal that actually aired on the show. We did it here in Beaver Creek, and it was a lot smaller. Not as crazy as having helicopters flying above our heads when we're saying our vows. We did have cameras there, but not that many. So I was thinking we should do a vow renewal every 10 years. And I don't know what that looks like in December, but I need to get on that. So thank you for the reminder.